Hey, all you pilgrims on the Ascension journey. Travis Carper, Ascension Health Coach. Southern Oregon, the sun is shining. Solaris is out. Man, feels good. It's been raining here a lot in Southern Oregon. So yeah, I needed the vitamin D. What was I gonna say? So, okay, so we're opening up since the let's see, astrological alignments right now. The there's more photonic energy overall, like an overall energy, right? Because we're in the photon belt, right? So there's highly charged particles where we're at in the cosmos, in our galaxy, where we're at. And plus, Gaia itself is charging up, right? Because we're shifting into that fourth density. So where just think that everything's vibrating higher, right? Everything. Okay. So, but that's where we're at. And so this February, and they just started, like the photonic pulsed waves have started again. And we are going to see more of that, especially like here in February, mid-February, and then on in, because February, what I want to do, the 4/2s, February 20th, so 2/2, and then 2020, so 4/2s. So February starting more, yeah, into more photonic wave energy. Okay, so that. Also, I want to read from Alchemical Wizard 31, Applied Kinesiology, and so I want to read about another vibrational medicine modality. Let us consider another, I'll just read. Let us consider another vibrational medicine modality for our biofield physiological health. Psychological kinesiology, applied kinesiology, self-applied kinesiology, and muscle response testing. So these are really good too, and there's a lot of chiropractors out there that know some of this too. There's a lot of practitioners. So here's another one to consider for getting, muscle testing, and then they can really, a lot of these practitioners can help you with a naturopathic doctor and find, issues. And a lot of times it is just a nutritional deficiency and stuff. So this is another good choice to do your own research, of course, right? Okay, so we're reading on psychological kinesiology as a self-help tool developed by Robert M. Williams in 1988 with the goal of changing beliefs in the subconscious minds. Subconscious beliefs are often the invisible cause of self-sabotaging behaviors. The psychological kinesiology program was designed to help people change the way they feel, behave, and interact in life. Most traditional tools such as insight therapy, affirmations, willpower, journaling, visualizations, and therapeutic vocabulary. Just try to remember everything is energy, right? And so when you're swearing, those choppy little words, maybe they have a negative connotation. So, just realize that everything is vibration, right? Through this quantum field, right? Okay, just saying. Therapeutic vocabulary. Also, I think I've already said this though, actually, but the Latin language, right? Latin and Greek, where we derive all the things. And then before that, languages, right? The Romantic languages, well, maybe they're more lyrical. So, and then everything's been chopped down into kind of a very choppy language so that we have a very hard time describing to each other, communicating to each other, right? So divide and conquer, yeah, rabbit hole. Right? uh, God, to the conscious mind. Psychological kinesiology focuses on changing subconscious beliefs, yeah, with the hope of likewise changing behavior, feelings, and interpretations in life. The perspective. This enables, right? We talk about that a lot, using your cognition up here, and especially, make sure, not make sure, but if you want to, in my mind right now, I'm thinking, man, this is going to run long again. Um, to cook with like fresh herbs and stuff, right? And some of those herbs, those adaptogenic herbs, like just even cooking with basil and garlic and simple things out of your pantry, out of your kitchen apothecary, that you're stacking the plant medicines, plant adaptogenic herbs and stuff into your cooking or into your raw food diet, like I just did. I even put cauliflower leaves in my smoothie. I mean, just utilize all of it, utilize all the plants. But anyways, for the natural nootropics, right, for your brain, for your cognition. Okay. This enables the individual to change her state of mind at the first indication of stress, a beginning step towards mastering one's emotional state of consciousness, thereby uplifting one's vibration during times of distress or dis-ease, or where cognitive dissonance comes into play, which there's going to be quite a bit of that coming up, especially in 2020. Psychological kinesiology is used to communicate with the subconscious mind. Specific body postures and movements cause neuron firings in both hemispheres of the brain, creating a state in which change can more readily occur. Mr. Williams claims that using this method, it is possible for subconscious beliefs to be recognized, and a debilitating belief could be replaced with one more desirable, such as self-empowering affirmations. So, I've said this before, in that the social conditioning, or that the whole Pavlovian conditioning that we've been programmed with, through maybe a religious book or through the television, of course, that, or just your upbringing, that those will be there, but to replace it or to reprogram over the top, right? So not to just shove that programming, and that's how it becomes taped over. That program, it's not you don't delete it. It's actually you reprogram over the top of it, right? And then it doesn't exist anymore, right? Just like on the old cassette players, tapes, yeah, I'm old. I had one of those Panasonic boombox cassette players, and I guess 1979, 78. Okay, moving on. A unique aspect of psychological kinesiology is that a permission step is included to ensure that the changes are in the best interest of the person at that time. Also, there are several verifying steps to catalog the changes taking place. This is used to satisfy the skepticism of the conscious mind. Psychological kinesiology incorporates educational kinesiology, neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, acupressure, Ericksonian hypnotherapy, and various psycho-spiritual healing systems. Advanced psychological kinesiology tools are streamlined and efficient, and they are therefore helpful in specific situations like breathing exercises, acupressure points, body posture, and body movement. Kinesiology is a very powerful tool to assess information in our biological bodies. Our biological body contains information about blocked or overabundant energy levels in for the immune system, endocrine system, and nervous system, which we talk continually with our holistic approach to easing into the ascension process, this ascension process. Our biological body can tell if we listen about the levels of vitamins and minerals needed for more optimal supportive role. Kinesiology is the scientific study of human movement, function, and performance. It focuses on how our biological body moves. A kinesiological approach uses scientific and evidence-based principles to analyze and enhance human movement. Kinesiologists assess human movement and performance by applying sciences such as anatomy, physiology, motor learning, and biomechanics. Kinesiologists are often involved in rehabilitation, preventing injury, enhancing function or performance in sports. A lot of sports medicine, they utilize kinesiology or applied kinesiology, right? Where they're muscle testing, really. Okay. So work, recreation, exercise. While kinesiology is an area of scientific study, applied kinesiology is a practice used to manually test muscle strength. Through this muscle testing, you can get feedback, biofeedback. That's another one of those. This is another one of those. Pardon me. This is another one of those. Repeat. Biofeedback, another, oh my gosh. Anyways, one of those modalities and biological body, and pinpoint any underlying issues. Applied kinesiology uses muscle testing techniques to restore Applied kinesiology uses muscle testing techniques to restore balance and the natural flow of energy in the body. The kinesiologist then determines appropriate physical therapies, herbal medicine, dietary changes, or other treatment methods to address the person's health issues and prevent future problems. There's a guy down here, a naturopathic doctor, and he utilizes muscle testing in his approach. Sorry, I'm a little, there's been a lot of photonic wave pulses here the last few days. In fact, I even wrote a post on Facebook saying that I slept like 12 hours and then I didn't sleep in the night, so I had to sleep during the day. So anyhow, applied kinesiology finds muscle that tests weak and then attempts to determine why that muscle is not functioning properly. A weak muscle is an outward signal that the brain cannot handle two conflicting messages at the same time. The practitioner will then evaluate and apply the therapy that will best eliminate the muscle weakness and help the patient. Therapies utilized can include specific joint manipulation or mobilization, various myofascial therapies, cranial techniques, meridian therapy, clinical nutrition, dietary management, and various reflex procedures. In some cases, the examiner may test for environmental or food sensitivities by using a previously strong muscle to find what weakens it. Applied kinesiology uses a triad of health, which is chemical, mental, and structural factors to describe the proper balance of the major health categories. The triad is represented by an equilateral triangle with structural health as its base, the upright sides representing chemical and mental health. When a person experiences poor health, it is due to an imbalance in one or more of these three factors. The triad of health is interactive, and all sides must be evaluated by the underlying cause of the problem. The health problem on one side of the triad can affect the other sides. For example, a chemical imbalance may cause mental symptoms. Applied kinesiology enables the practitioner to evaluate the triad balance and direct therapy towards the imbalanced side or sides. Self-applied kinesiology. Okay, self-applied kinesiology. You can do muscle testing on yourself. Wow, look into that. Do your own research, of course, consider. Um, and self-muscle testing is a method of checking the truth about a particular statement, belief, or thing. This muscle testing can be used for getting information about our overall biofield physiological health system, right? Because we know that an energy imbalance, you know, that when they talk about the chakras being imbalanced, it can take your fascia tissue out of balance, right? And then you'll get into the biological body, you'll get that kind of a, you know, like a muscle that hurts really bad or something, some other kind of issue going on, right? Just like for the last 3 days during the photonic energy waves, right? That scalar waves that come in, right? The adamantine particles, which I use that old description, or you can say the ionized secondary particles or the chorus particles, like they say in astroparticle physics. Anyhow, I still have a queasy tummy going on. So I've had almost a flu symptom, but it kind of comes and goes through these waves, right? So Ascension symptoms. So, and then also I want, hopefully you guys check my Facebook stuff. A lot of times I put little tips on how to ease your Ascension symptoms, right? Okay, let's read on, shall we? Such as trauma, stresses, and nutritional deficiencies manifesting as energy blocking, right? Our optimal energetic pattern, right? Our optimal energetic pattern. We want an overall healthy biofield, right? And that's why you see me, I did the meditation outside with the shoes off even earlier for an hour, right? Even though it was kind of cold outside, to get that circadian rhythm, to get Gaia's biofield, and then to sit in the sun and catch some vitamin D and catch some of that ionized particles into, you know, you utilize it as a receptacle, and it's a symbiotic process. It's that's why you always see the masters out in nature meditating. Just saying. All right, where were we? Blocking, right. Our energetic patterning, our chakra rotations, our dormant RNA/DNA not coming online, etc. So we don't want to be blocked, right? We can see those deficiencies in our overall biofield, right? Physiology, our avatar, right? Because you have like the 5 other chakras on the outside of your body, the 7 and then the 5, 12 chakras, right? And then it goes out from there, and then there's another one and another one and another one. Everything is connected on a quantum level, right? So just like and then what was I going to say? And the 12, that just reminded me of something. And the 12 tree of life, not the Kabbalah, the rewritten 10 tree of life, the 12, right? And then the 12, they're finding in neuroscience too, the 11 dimensions and in the brain, and then the 12 dimensions, right? So this sub-universe, right? Let's say it has that uh, 12 dimensions to it in this particular universe, right? The multiverse. So that makes sense. The 3, 6, 9, 12, right? The numbers, right? The sacred geometry numbers. So the 12 human template too of the 12 DNA strand, right? That too. So because you've got 12 chromosomes in each strand, let's say, and then the 12 strands, so that's 144 code, right? So yeah, the 12, 12, 12, everything's got that. So the 12 dimensions. I don't know why I was saying that, but anyways, the 12, right? that template. So we're heading into having the 4th and 5th strand come online. So we're heading into that 4th density, and then you'll be able to have soon you'll be able to incorporate that 5th dimensional consciousness, right? Because all energy is conscious energy. So you're just bringing in the energies, and those energies are more of a, probably humbling and more full of compassion and love, right? More so. So as the more you connect out into that light, and then the darkness fades, right? All right, we've already talked about all that. I'm almost done with this one. Please consider muscle testing and applied kinesiology practitioners as well. If you are still having difficulties with your health, it may very well help you and lead you into your own research. There are a lot of naturopathic doctors, chiropractors, and complementary therapists who know these methods. And as always, stay hydrated with structured water, my friends. Oxygenate those cells of yours. Most cells in our biological bodies can be replaced within a year, except for all of the ones that are terminally differentiated, right? Because they become destroyed and stuff, and that's why it's, I'm going to do the other thing on autophagy and mitophagy, like the mitochondrial health, right? Okay, so that is why the health of the mind and the health of our spirit and the health of our emotional body and the health of our biological body is so important to schedule linear time out for, especially now as we embody more photonic energetics in this amazing ascension process. Blessings, everyone. So I just wanted to say that, and there's going to be a lot more energies, so please consider, I know I say that a lot, but please consider slowing down and resting and not, that's all I can say, really, because there's going to be a lot more energies, and then there's going to be a lot more darkness rising, and cognitive dissonance going on because people aren't going to know. And yeah, stay in there, man, because it's going to get real trippy, man, because the more and more of this energy fluctuates and shifting going on, it's transmutational process, morphogenesis, energy shifting and changing. We've talked about water, how it's transformable, right? So this is almost all water, right? Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys on the next video, man. All right.